Welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share with you about some of what God is growing here at College Mennonite Church. God
has been cultivating growth through a special relationship in the church.
John and Hernan are neighbors.
Their relationship, which includes Hernan's children, Emily and Alex, has been a beautiful thing to watch.
They tuned into worship together all through our virtual months, and now you can often see them sitting together here in the sanctuary.
Hernan and Alex became members of CMC last June, and Emily is ready to begin her journey toward baptism.
John has been a big part of this family's faith journey.
So, of course, when it came time for Hernan and Alex to share their new member stories, it made sense for John to participate.
Here's what they have to share with us.
We're interviewing this morning with Hernan Bermudez and Alex Bermudez. They are my neighbors, have been my neighbors for 10 years, and I've learned to appreciate them a lot.
Thank you.
And Hernan and Alex have been members for about a month now, right? I think about a month. And so I'd like to get a little background on Hernan, where he grew up, his experience with the church in his early life. So where did you grow up? What country? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Caracas, Venezuela.
Caracas, okay. And you lived there through school years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To finish high school.
And where did you go to high school?
It's
Was it public school or church?
No, it's a private school. Catholic private school.
A Catholic school. As is customary in most Latin American countries, Catholic is the predominant religion, and so you went to Catholic schools. I understand that. And was there anybody who was influential in a family member or someone who, you talked about your grandma, maybe was influential in your early life. How was she influential?
She kind of was special to me. My grandma and I, we together all the time. She pretty much took care of me. Well, my mother too, and my father, but she was pretty much by my side.
Did you tell me once that she made sure you went to church every Sunday?
Yeah, she was.
I thought that was the case.
She had to go to church, so the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was an influence on your early life.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. Well, after you were out of school, you worked locally around the community, but then you went into merchant marines.
Yeah, I did.
How many years were you on the merchant ships?
About 7, 8 years.
That's quite a stretch of time. And then after that stint, you came to the States, the Elkhart County, or how did you decide to come to Elkhart to work?
Oh.
What brought you here?
I came to visit a friend, and then I met my ex-wife, and we got married, and
okay. And you got your citizenship, naturalization.
yeah.
That's at one point. I remember how thrilled and happy you were to get that. That was pretty big for you to get your citizenship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The time you spent with College Mennonite Church, I think the first time you came to this building was at a Christmas dinner. I was talking to you a few days before Christmas, and neither one of us had any plans. We didn't know what. So I suggested, why don't we go to church for Christmas dinner? And I don't know if it was the people or the food. I think you said it was your first carry-in dinner you had been to, where there was a lot of food. So that was a good food to start out on. What did you like about College Mennonite that you decided? After that, you came to church on Sunday mornings.
Because the people are so friendly, made me feel good in my heart. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy to talking to people, and especially I never had that feeling before. People, they're pretty nice. Kind of different from other churches. Most church, like Catholic, they're nice too, but it's not that way they get involved like here. People is really nice. I'm really happy really enjoy to be a member.
It's good to hear that. People would come and talk to you and had a good experience. I'm glad you mentioned that. Oh, then you came, that was at Christmas the first time you came, and then you came, I think, every Sunday until March when COVID turned everything upside down. And Alex, you were coming too, and your sister Emily. And you went to MYF, Sunday school class. Is that right?
Yeah, yes I did.
Okay. And of course, you haven't been able to attend MYF now for over a year, so that was unfortunate that you couldn't continue with that group. But while I'm talking to you, you just graduated from Concord High School, right?
Yeah, I did that last month.
And where are you going to college?
Indiana State University.
Okay. And you're about ready to head down there, I reckon, in a week or so. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
We wish you the best there. Okay, back with the experience at College Mennonite. You mentioned the friendliness of the people. I should mention here that after we quit having church in the sanctuary, and it was broadcast on the internet, we would get together every Sunday and watch church together.
Yeah,
very, very few Sundays we missed in that year or 15 months' time.
Wow.
And you seem to enjoy the church services.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Made me feel close to God. People, they're pretty nice, and they let me understand that way you can be with God. Peace.
I heard you. I remember you would comment several times, so that was a good service. And I sense, Hernan, that you're a deeply spiritual man. And I appreciate that. And you're very also concerned about your children and their connection with the church and with God. And I think that's where you're coming from, that you're a spiritual person.
Thank you, Hernan, Alex, and John.
Welcome to College Mennonite Church.
Don't forget, This coming weekend is the Michiana Mennonite Relief Sale at the fairgrounds.
We hope to see a lot of you there. And if you forgot to bring your coins to worship here, you can always bring them to the fairgrounds this coming weekend.
So until next time, remember,
God was, God is, and God will be.
thanks be to God.
Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.